Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answer to human experience? Well, welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. It's a 2.5-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers. And you can transform your life right now on VCMG in South Florida. Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium who can assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. For the next 2.5 hours, listen and call in toll-free 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube and share love and light.
There's a light right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, all across the nation. And we're welcoming your questions at 866-972-7247. I'm so glad to have you joining us here tonight on this fabulous Wednesday night. We trust that you all had a wonderful 4th of July weekend and celebration. Ideally, you took a little time off. You had a chance to relax, spend time with family and friends. Ideally, you spend a little time in gratitude, being grateful for all that is and all that you do have in your life. Maybe things aren't exactly where you want them to be. Maybe there are some challenges. But as I've heard many people say, that's life, right? There are things that will come in our way. Unexpected happenings. And I've heard a lot of those. I've heard a lot of unexpected happenings go on over the past few days. People not expecting to have to close their business or lose their job or unexpected vendor benders. It's just been a crazy time. So we talked about last week, Mercury is retrograde. That's the planet of communication, and it most certainly can create quite a few mishaps. So did you stub your toe? Did you forget to do something? I had one person tell me they went out and they left their door not just unlocked, but wide open. Got to work and realized they never closed the door. And they had to go back, all the way back. They're like, excuse me, boss, I've got to go home and close my house up. I never closed it. So we've had so many things that people have shared with me in the past few days, and we all have to be in gratitude for all the things that are going well for us. And when those mishaps happen, you just got to go with the flow. And got to trust that somehow it's going to work out, even if it caught you by surprise and unexpectedly. And according to our friend, the resident astrologer, Stacy Holler, let me tell you, she said, well, unexpected things could come, right? She said, this is an important time for us. So we are unexpectedly surprised at times, and it's how you react to that experience. What is the universe trying to teach you? What guidance are your angels and guides offering you? You see, everything, even the things that we think are weird, are designed to teach us something. Maybe it's to pay more attention. Maybe it's to pay attention to our intuition. Sometimes people hold on to things that they need to let go of and they're not willing because their idea of what they thought it would be is tied to their ego. Their ego wants to show up in the world in a particular way and they don't know how to do any differently. Sometimes we need to break that routine. We need to step out of the known and kind of step into the unknown and embrace everything that we need to have in our life. The things that are working for you. Why are we trying to make the things that aren't working work? Definition of total insanity. Well, we know us humans. We just like to hold on to things. It's a time for us to dig up in the energy and move all the obstacles out of our way, rearrange how we look at things. Maybe you've been looking at life through too much of the same lens. Maybe there's a different viewpoint you can take. You've got to ask yourself that question. How am I viewing things in my life? Am I seeing it through the lens that I want to see, or am I becoming a little bit more observatory? Am I almost the impersonal observer looking through a lens that is impartial and not attached to an outcome? We've got to be separate from all the outcomes that we think we want. Because the minute you hold on to an outcome, the minute you squeeze it, you squeeze the life out of it. Sometimes there's such a thing as praying too much for something. Keep saying, we keep praying, we keep saying, we keep praying, we keep saying, we keep praying. You know, God and the angels are up there saying, I guess they think we didn't hear him the first time. But things have an evolutionary pattern. We have to evolve. It has to evolve. The storyline behind the scenes has to move to line up what you want. Yes, we study the law of attraction, and yes, we are manifestors. And yes, what you think and say, you can create. But the timing is not always instantaneous in the physical embodiments and the reaction in the physical. It's instantaneous in the energy, but how long it takes to transform from the energy to the physical embodiment, well, that depends on you and your patience and your ability to allow it to move. Many times we ask for something. We pray for a change or an outcome to come about. We become so attached to wanting it. We become so attached to how we are creating it and what it's supposed to look like that we're not open to the version that God has for us. Because divine guidance will tell you and show you that there's a better vision than you could ever imagine. All of us are being offered new versions of ourselves every day. New versions of your day at work. You may say, but how is that possible, Sarah Spiritual? Because I'm walking into the same not so happy faces that I walk into in my job every day. Now, you might say that, but it's all in how you interpret them. It's all in how you allow them to impact your energy and come into you and disrupt you. It's into that. So where is your mind? Where is your energy? Are you embracing the day and saying today's a great day, it's going to be a great day, it's going to be a fabulous day? I work with people that have a different approach to things than I do, but it keeps it fun and interesting. I know some of you walk in and say, I work with a bunch of people who are, I don't know, fill in the blank. But you have the ability to shift. You have the ability to make a difference in your own life. We can't wait for other people to change our lives. We have to change it for ourselves. And once we've begun the movement in the physical world, we then have to ask the universe to support us and assist us. And we need to help the universe line things up for us. So we are moving in the direction of what is best for us when we create. What do you visualize? What do you see in your mind? What do you create in your daydreams? What are you looking for? Are you clear with what you're looking for? It is so important that you move forward and you create anything that you desire. I believe that there's always an opportunity for us to change things. I believe there's always an opportunity for you to see it through a different lens. You just have to be willing. Visualize, create, and allow the universe to guide you. Open yourself to something new and exciting. Believe that something fabulous can happen for you. I believe you have the power. And I believe the universe has been talking to you the whole time. Just we get ourselves sidetracked. Where's your mind? Where are your thoughts leading you? What is bothering you? What is disrupting your rest? What is not allowing you to be in your ultimate powerful self? It is so important for you to embrace that no matter where you are, You have the power to shift it. Even if you don't have an immediate answer, the universe hears you. Divine guidance comes in the most magnificent ways. But when we become preoccupied, when we become troubled, when we become disappointed, disillusioned, disenchanted, when we allow these things to weigh us down, our vibration is low. How can you commune with the high vibrational angels if you're lower than a pig in a poke? You're just down. You have to raise it. I knew someone who was on radio. It was the first time I met her, and she had me as a guest on her show years ago, right when I was starting in radio, before I actually had my own show. She invited me to be on her show. And I got to the studio, and she's like, "Hi, how are you?" And she was very gracious. And she's like, "Oh, just have a seat here. We're going to get started in a few minutes." And then I proceeded to watch this woman do jumping jacks. I was like, what is going on? What is happening here? And then she jumped down to the ground. True story. She jumped down to the ground, started to do push-ups. Then she ran in place for a minute. Then she did some deep breathing and made some sounds like, ah. It's like, I'm in the twilight zone. Sincerely in the twilight zone. And then she turned to me and she said, "I do this before every show." Now, we all know, those who know me, my face can say it all. And so I looked at her and I was like, really? Okay. And she said, it gets my adrenaline racing and it pumps me up and it gets me motivated. And we're going live in 30 seconds. I'm like, okay. But that's what she needed to do to raise her vibration, to get herself in the mode where she felt like she could be an entertainer. Like she felt she could reach through the radio waves and grab someone. That's what worked for her. Everyone has their way. When I connect to the angels and the guides, I'm not doing jumping jacks. Different ways. She wasn't connecting to angels and guides, but she was getting her motivation up. But for me, I wouldn't do that. I like quiet. I listen to silence. No noise. Because in the whisper of God, I can hear everything. Your ancestors, your angels, your guides. It's like a stream of consciousness that has many voices all in one. Thank God I'm not sitting across from a psychiatrist right now. They'd be like, okay, we'll take the girl who does jumping jacks over the one that's got several voices all rolled into one frequency, but that's how it works for me. I hear, right? I hear it right in my ear. But then there are other ways. The universe can show you in numbers. They can show you in repetitive songs and music and maybe even a bird or a butterfly or a dragonfly or even a bug. There's so many ways that we can be shown, right? They have animal spirit guides. We have animal totems. These are animals that show up in your life. What do you see often? Today, on my way to Boca, to where we broadcast the radio show, I saw a turtle crossing the road. Busy intersection. I was at the light, a few cars back, a little concerned I was. And then sure enough, I saw someone starting to walk right into the street. They must have gotten out of their car. And they walked over to pick up that turtle and get it on track, which I was so happy to see. So what I could do later is, well, I saw a turtle. I don't usually see turtles. I know I'm in Florida, but I'm not usually seeing a turtle cross the road. Why did the turtle cross the road? To get to the other side, but I don't think he was going to make it if somebody didn't rescue him. And so I could look up under the book Animals Speak and see what a turtle means. What's its meaning? Is that a message for me? Or was it just a random turtle in South Florida crossing a busy road that got saved by a good Samaritan? Either way is fine. But what if tomorrow I see another turtle? Now that's a sign. Like I shared the story several weeks ago about the woodpecker popping up near my house and banging on the side of the house. And then the next day, banging on the side of the house, but in a different room because it was the same room I was in at that moment. So 2 different rooms, both times at that moment that I'm in each one of those rooms, the woodpecker's pecking. And it didn't stop there. It continued a week later. I'm here in this radio studio, most unlikely place. And on the side of the building, just as I started my monologue, just as I'm doing tonight, a woodpecker came through. Now that's a sign. But are you so weighed down, so worried, so distracted, so driven to what you have to do, what you need to do, and trying to solve the world's problems all on your own shoulders, and trying to think about what's going to happen 3 months from now, 2 months from now, when you're supposed to just be living in this moment? Would you have noticed that? Or would you have just said, that's weird, that's a woodpecker? But I know to pay attention. I train myself to listen. I train myself to listen to what I hear and to listen to the space between the words that everyone says to me. I know that might sound like a lot of work, but it really isn't. People are talking to me. I hear their conversation, but I also hear another stream of information. Some people call it cheating, but I know what I know. I hear what I hear. When people pause, my guides fill in the blanks. Sometimes when I'm in a reading with someone and I deliver information and then the people give me feedback and they give me the backstory. I love when people give me the backstory, right? I'm like, oh, it makes perfect sense to me now. Because I just get the news clip that the universe gives me, the guidance, the divine guidance that's there for me to share with you. And then in that moment, they give me the backstory. And when they pause, I turn to them and I always have something really interesting to say because I'm like, when you were telling me that, the Spirit said this and that. And I share with them what they shared. And now we are like, wow, we've got the whole picture, right? The human side of what they think is the backstory of the story that they're living, the guidance as to what they're supposed to do moving forward and how life is going to unfold and how we need to maybe be cautious of a situation or look for a clue for something to come their way. And then we get the extra little bit that helps us seal the deal in our understanding so we can move forward. Now, I know we cannot always sit with me. I know. But if you want to, you can. Come to see Sarah Spiritual or book a session online or visit me on the phone or video. So many ways, right? But the fabulous thing is that if you train yourself to just be still, some of you are so anxious to hear yourselves talk. Yeah, I said that. That you're not listening. When someone else is speaking, are you thinking of what you're going to say so you can tell your side of the story or share your story that's comparable with what they have to say? That you missed the whole sentiment of what they shared with you or didn't comment appropriately as to how you heard them and acknowledged them and maybe praised them? Or gave them some suggestion if that's what they were looking to get from whatever they shared with you? Do you just brush it over and go, this is what I know, and begin to spill out what you think you know? You see, as humans, we don't always listen. Not everyone, but we don't always listen. We have to jump in and be seen and heard. And yes, as people, many of us have been passed by. Many of us haven't been recognized for who we are. Maybe in your family dynamic, you were the one who they didn't pay attention to or were told to sit down and be quiet. Maybe somebody else held the ears of your parents, so you didn't feel recognized. And now you feel that every time you're in a conversation, you've got to spill out what you think. You know, the best way to navigate things is to be quiet, to really take it all in, feel the feeling. Because I will promise you, God and the angels and your guides, they're guiding you every minute, but we're all so busy, like constantly in our minds, thinking and talking and trying to figure out what our next move is. We're all human. We all do that. But we are not being mindful of being present in the moment, so that not only can we hear the person speaking with us, not only can we think before we respond and share, but we can also just sit and be and ask the universe, what am I supposed to gain from this information? And how are they feeling, this person who sits across from me? And how do I feel when I hear them say this? I think at times we've all been beaten down so much that maybe we have to react or deflect just because we've had a tough time. Well, we've got more to share on this. We're going to talk about more ways that the universe guides us. There's divine guidance in the air. I can feel it in the energy. The universe is telling us, pay attention. Let's get moving forward. Let's stop doing the same things. Let's let go of what's not working. Let's move ourselves forward. Let's be in the zone. So we're going to talk later about how to be in the zone and how to be present and receive that daily guidance. And we're also going to answer your questions right here live at 866-972-7247. We're also going to tune into your Facebook questions, your YouTube questions. Be sure to leave your comments and questions in the feed. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then, when we come back, we're going to continue the conversation. Stay with us. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
WDJA AM Delray Beach, and in Martin County on 1450 WSTU Stewart. Broadcasting from the H2 Ocean Studios, your natural sea mineral-based healing product since 2001. Burns, cuts, dry eyes, oral care, hair care, reef-safe sun care, and even pet care. H2 Ocean has you covered. Online at h2ocean.com. That's h2ocean.com. We are South Florida's home for the true oldies channel.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome back to the next 2 hours of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all experience and knowledge. We have another 2 hours to listen and call in 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and you can share the love and light.
Love may hold the answer we are looking for. Love may open up another door of light. Oh, there's a light. Oh, there's a light open up in everyone. Can you feel it? There's a light to change the world. Won't you be a part of the light? Oh, love, it is the answer now, and we can see love. There's a light. There's a light that shines inside of me. Oh, there's a light. Oh, there's a light that shines inside of you. There's a light in me and you. Yes, indeed. There's a light right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, all across the nation. And we are welcoming your phone calls at 866-972-7247. We've got a lot of good things coming up at the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard. This weekend, we are going to have Calvin Cates, and he's here this weekend for crystal healing bed therapy. Friday and Saturday, he has personal sessions with people where you can work with these beautiful crystals that have been transported from Brazil. They are connected to the energy of Casa Dom Ignacio, where they have been known to create energetic, we'll say it, miracles. And these miracles are powerful. And they shift consciousness. They shift the energy of your cells. They shift the energy of your emotions. They clear your chakras to align you, to put you in a better spirit of energy. And as they shift all of that, they begin to highlight the areas in your body that have become, well, disrupted by interference and cells that are misaligned. They begin to work on them. It's a very powerful process, and it's fabulous. You sit in there for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and there you are. You are right in alignment. So I welcome you to visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center.com and learn more about Calvin Cates and his work, or call the center tomorrow so that you can have this fabulous energy of healing take place. Calvin's been coming to the center since 2012. And so he's been working and assisting people in their energy. It's been a powerful tune for them. It's just fabulous attunement. So we are welcoming your questions on Facebook and your questions right here at 866-972-7247. We're getting ready to really open up some more phone lines for you. So if you haven't gotten in the queue, if you want to talk to me, now's going to be the time as I continue the conversation of our divine guidance. And then we're going to get to our phone lines. We're going to get to our Facebook friends. And how's Mercury retrograde treating all of you? We have a very interesting special for Mercury retrograde. We've made some really fabulous products. We have a Mercury retrograde candle and a Mercury retrograde oil to align and assist you in navigating the disruption of Mercury retrograde. And you can find these items at sarahspiritual.com. They are powerful tools to neutralize the energy of Mercury retrograde, because from what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing, Mercury retrograde has people upside down. We don't want to be upside down. We don't want to be inside out. We want to be right on track. So visit sarahspiritual.com. Learn more about our Mercury retrograde products. You can find the oil in the category of oils. You can find the candle in the selection for candles. So we are welcoming your questions on Facebook. And as I tune back into what Spirit was saying to us before we get to our phone lines, divine guidance. How does God show up for you? How do your angels communicate with you? You know, someone was sharing with me today on the phone that their dog gets up in the middle of the night and will be looking off into the room and start wagging their tail as if they see someone they know, an energy they're familiar with. And you know, animals can see. They can see beyond what we can see. And recently, this woman had lost her husband. And so it's this sense, this feeling that her husband is around her. Matter of fact, she was sharing with me that the chair, when she left the house, was facing one way, and when she came back, the chair was turned, facing the pool. So how do you explain that? Yes, well, sounds like her husband's visiting her energy and wants to let her know that he's all right. But our divine guidance is an internal compass as well. It's not always as physical and overt as someone moving a chair or a dog recognizing that someone else is here with us. It's a very subtle feeling. We have to tune into that. We have to trust the process. We have to come to the understanding and the knowing that all is well, and that each one of us has the power to feel Spirit. I know some of you will be like, but I don't know if it's my thought or Spirit's thought. After a while, you can discern. But the way God communicates with us, the way the angels communicate with us, sometimes we have that sense of God bumps, that God energy, those connective energies. Other times we have this energy of a sense of peace. We feel the peace of the universe coming in. We feel the peace of all that is. And we feel one, connected. But we can't explain how, but we just feel connected. There's that knowing. There's also that knowing that when someone says something that you know to be true, or you know it's confirmation, or it just hits you just the right way. Have you ever sat with someone and they say something and all of a sudden you get a chill? It's like, yes, your angels are showing you what they're saying is true. That is how it's going to be. Guidance comes in so many ways. We want to settle our minds and our being so that we can pay attention. We can trust that, well, everything's all right. There are ways that we can connect. Opening up your heart, opening up your being, knowing that there's more to you than just your day-to-day activities. We've got some friends on Facebook. We want to thank you all for your questions. We're going to be getting to our Facebook questions in just a minute, so we'll get those lined up. But before I go to Facebook, I do want to pop in and I want to connect with Freddie, and Freddie is in Miami. Freddie, how are you tonight in Miami? Good to connect with you.
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, Freddie. Thank you so much for calling. We appreciate your following the show. What is your question for us here tonight, Freddie?
Kind of about love. I met somebody and I get like a weird feeling, so I'm just kind of wondering.
Well, let's look at that first, and let's honor the fact we get a weird feeling. So something about them doesn't seem to be right, correct? You get a feeling like maybe something isn't truthful or the way you'd like it to be. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay. What is their birthday? Do you know?
December 27th, 1990.
Well, what you're picking up on is that they are a little full of themselves, right? So they're not as humble as you are.
Right.
And you met them out in public, yes?
Yes.
Okay. They're not as settled, as grounded as you are in within your knowing of who you are. They're still exploring themselves. I feel like the word they give me is rigidity with them. They seem very rigid, set in their ways, a little stubborn. But I feel like they always present themselves better than they really are. So if you're feeling like, hey, they told me a lot of stuff and that's great, but something about it doesn't make sense, something about it does not ring true, then I would say, yes, you are correct.
Okay.
So it's up
Thank
to you
you.
if you continue to see them or go on a date with them or whatever. But just know that this person likes to appear better than they are. They like to take credit for things that they maybe didn't do all by themselves. So I would call them a little
Okay.
self-centered and a little bit of a show off.
Okay.
All right. And that must be what you're picking up on, Freddie. Do I see them as a crazy person? No. Do I see them as a stalker? No. Do I see any danger? No. It's just I'm not sure the personalities between the two of you are going to jive, knowing that you come from a different place.
Okay.
All right. But the more you get
Thank
out
you.
there, you're welcome. The easier it's going to be for you to meet somebody. All right?
Okay.
All right, Freddie, thank you so much for your question. We greatly appreciate it. And keep us posted. Bye for now.
I will. Thank you.
Thanks. 866
Bye-bye.
972 7247. Write the number down. I sure do want to talk to you, but right now I want to visit my friends on Facebook. Matter of fact, I'm pulling up my phone. We're going to let them pull up the questions here on our Facebook page. Let's take a look and see what we've got going on here so we can see who is in our feed. Love to see who we've got. And take a minute here. Karina Bodie. And as we see her here, she says this: Sarah, are there any special messages for me today? I'm definitely feeling the shift. Well, as we feel the shift, we also come to an understanding that there's much that's changing around you. And you and I, when we had spoken before here on Facebook, I know that Spirit was sharing with you that it is a very important time for you to tune in to changes that you want to make. So what do you want to make a change in? How do we want to shift our consciousness? Where do we want to be 6 months from now? Because I'm feeling a lot of shifts and changes for you. And these special messages that I have to give you are all about this. Believe in who you are. Trust that the universe is going to assist you in creating a shift. And understand that you have the power to envision what you want to have happen next. Do you want the universe to move you forward? Or do you want to pace yourself? You see, sometimes you get a little too predicting. You predict and you analyze and you study, and the universe is saying, hey, if we're going to bring you into a state of change, if we're going to move you to the next level, if we're going to open up your spiritual gifts, we want you to not think with your mind. We want you to dive into those feelings, Karina, and really trust your intuition. Your Archangel Michael is with you. We also have the energy of Archangel Uriel, the angel of enlightenment. So trust and align to all the things that feel good for you, and know that there's movement forward. So there is a movement in something having to do with work and money that is going to be positive in the months to come. Thank you, Karina Bodie, for your Facebook question. We're going to go to another question right here on Facebook. Let's see, who do we have here in the feed? We have Anne. And Anne says here, any message from my mom, her birthday, she gives me, and then she gives me her passing anniversary. So Anne, here's the energy that I see. You know, your mom is very prevalent around you, especially when you are in a sense of uncertainty. Because I feel as if your mom was the person that you would go to. You would share with her your questions, your concerns, your information. And as she would connect with you, she would always bring you a sense of peace. She would give that to you. And she's giving me this beautiful energy of flowers, a bouquet of flowers. So I don't know if there's a particular bouquet of flowers that she loved, but she's showing me flowers. I can't see the type of flowers they are, but I do see flowers, and I feel as if there are flowers that would be meant to be given to her, and I don't know if you would give them to her on her birthday or Mother's Day, but she's showing me flowers. And so on her passing anniversary, even if you cannot get to her grave, put out some flowers for her. All right, Anne? And know that she is with you. She also makes me aware of your kindness and your ability to get things done and be thoughtful and caring for others. So Anne, go ahead. Talk to Mom. She'll give you a sign. She'll show you that she's with you. And put some flowers and light a candle for her on her passing anniversary. And that will give her light and honor the flowers that I see above her that are so connected. We appreciate you, and we thank you for your question right here on Facebook. We're welcoming your questions on Facebook at 866-972-7247. I'm so glad that we are able to connect with all of you. And we're going to go back to the phone lines. And we've got Karen, and Karen is in Jensen Beats. Karen, how are you tonight? Are you with us, Karen?
Well, hi, Sarah. I need
Hello.
to be honest. I truly... Sorry, the Karen's one.
Karen, I'm having trouble hearing you. Could you please speak up?
Yeah. So I don't like to complain, but I don't understand a lot of things that are happening to me in now.
Yes.
I had
A car accident, yes?
I had the car accident. I had the tragedy of my son's death. I've been terrorized, traumatized, tormented, like misinterpreted, mistreated. I just broke up with a boyfriend that I was with him for 2 years, and he was so obsessed with himself, and he wasn't nice and wouldn't want to fulfill my needs. So as soon as I started feeling that dark energy, I felt to get out. And now I was in the hospital 3 days ago, July 3rd for 3 days. I almost died. I had a inhalation of vomit and pneumonia, and I also had a transit of constipation for a while.
Yeah.
And they did a colonoscopy and endoscopy endoscopy on me on Monday, 2 days ago.
Oh, my goodness.
And I'm
Yes.
scared. Am I like dying? Is this the end for me? Because I've honestly just had so much bad news my whole life that I don't know how to believe anymore. Believe in the good.
Well, that's a very powerful question and an important question. And I can say to you that you're not alone in your feeling, because there are others who have felt the same way, and they have felt that despair, and that what is it with my journey of life, my journey of my soul, that makes me the recipient of all these bad happenings, right? And there is a purpose to everything. But I also feel that when I go back in time, Karen, I feel that even as a little girl, you didn't feel as secure and seen as you wanted to. Is that correct, Karen?
That is correct.
Yeah. And so in your spirit, we had a soul contract with your parents, and of course that we each have parents that are responsible for bringing us into this earth. And when you decided you would come to earth, you chose your parents, and the parents, well, they mentored you and guided you best they could. But clearly you weren't validated and seen and heard. And so there was a series of happenings. Go ahead.
I was also betrayed by them. Like, I was severely abused by my dad,
Yes.
and my mom didn't protect me.
And chances are she didn't know how to protect you and
So
what she would do.
how could I have chosen them as parents? Like, they really messed me up in what they taught me.
I know. And this is why we're going back there, Karen. So the reason why I'm going back there is that each one of us has a soul contract. And that soul contract is filled with lessons and tests and things we have to learn. And in some lifetimes, some people seemingly have it more easy than others. I say seemingly because on the surface we all think we know other people, but we don't really know what they go through. And unfortunately, throughout your journey, based on those betrayals, based on that mistreatment, based on not being seen and heard, you inadvertently, based on the low vibration of the suffering that you've had, you inadvertently attracted people who were going to treat you in a similar way and not see you and hear you in a way that made you feel loved and valued. And that stands for your partners. That stands for some of the friends who have not shown up for you. These are the energies that we have attracted. Now, as far as your son, that was a horrible misfortune. And only God knows the reason why your son was taken in such a way. But know that your son is at peace. But I know you say, why did it have to be me? Why did it have to be my son? Haven't I suffered enough? Haven't I been through enough in my life? Haven't I endured enough? It wasn't sent to punish you. Your son had his own journey in this life. And when we graduate to the heavens, we will have much deeper understanding as to why. But the most important thing that you said here tonight for us, for me, for what I hear from Spirit is, great. Someone was not honoring you for 2 years and you cut them off and we're done. That's getting your power back. That's making a choice that honors you. That's you standing by you. That's you protecting you, because only you have the power to protect yourself now. We're not reliant on a parent because you're no longer a child. So you drew a healthy boundary.
Well,
Now, as far as your health, if I may continue for a moment, because I'm on a roll from Spirit.
yes.
As far as your health, I don't see it as a ending sentence. I see it as an imbalance. I see as the emotions and all the grief and all the hurt and all the pain has kind of created an imbalance in the physical body. When the body isn't able to flow, when it isn't able to function properly, right? When our air is trapped because we cannot breathe, right? This means that in some ways you're still holding on and suffering, and in ways feeling as if you're suffocated. You're feeling as if we cannot release, right? We having trouble in the areas of the intestines. So they went on an investigation, yes. And so they will come back with whatever they say. But ultimately, and hear me, most diseases are rooted in the core of the emotion that governs that body. So we need to find a balance. Yes, we are exposed to toxins. Yes, we have environmental concerns. Yes, our genetics could leave us predisposed to get something. Yes, we can all have bad habits that cause an illness one day. But the illness doesn't really grab hold. If our vibration is high, it's harder to grab hold. It takes longer to grab hold. And right now, you are not in a high vibration because you just feel overwhelmed. You feel as if everyone and everything, even friends, have forsaken you. It is as if God has lost your number and put you at the back of the line, and you're not getting seen or heard even by God. Now, I don't have evidence at this moment to tell you how that's not a correct assessment. But I do know that you have not been forsaken. I do know that there will be a moment in the near future that things begin to shift. Many of us go through what we feel is a series of what I call bad luck. Car accidents, an illness, something else happens. I'm not including your son in that storyline because that is a horrific experience to lose one's child. But you will cycle out of this. And they will come to a better understanding as to what is going on, Karen, with your body. But clearly everything around you is getting shaken up so that there could be a change in your health, a change in the people, the company that you keep. And ideally, even though things look grim and things look uncomfortable and you feel down and beaten, ideally, a little flicker of light that you could say, okay, I see the circumstances, but I'm going to choose to rise above it and look for something that brings me joy and hope. Because at this moment, when I look at your energy, I see that you feel no reason to feel joy or to have hope. Is that how you feel, Karen?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, everything has just made me feel like sad, and there's nothing I can do about the past. I can't change anything. Like,
No, you
I have
can't.
the now, and I know God's still giving me life, but at the same time, I've seen so much evil, and it still haunts me, and it's not easy to live with that nightmare.
Yes.
And everything else.
Understood. But as you heal, and as you hold on to the glimmer of hope, this too shall pass. I want you to trust that. I want you to move forward. And I want you every day to write one thing that you're grateful for. And for 5 minutes, I want you to just focus on that. I know we have a mound of things that we are most certainly not happy about. But if today we choose to be grateful for the breath of life, we will be grateful for the breath of life. If tomorrow when you wake up, the sun is shining and you get to see that sun, you're grateful for the sight that allows you to see the beauty of the sun. And then the next day we'll find something else. And if somebody's kind to you when you're entering in the grocery store and they hold the door for you, that's a kind person. That's a considerate person. We're going to be grateful for that. And in our mind, we're going to say, I'd like to attract more people who are considerate and mindful that I exist in this world. And guess what? Things will begin to change. You've just recently begun to call the show, but I will tell you that over time, the people who have called in, and even the people that I've been blessed to sit across from, We've seen them change. I had a young man, very troubled, come to see me. So troubled that he could barely even sit still in the room. It was interesting. But I'm used to that. I didn't take it personal. And before the session was almost over, he's like, I gotta go. And he ran out. Literally ran out. And so off he went. 3 weeks later, he returned. And you know what I saw? A completely different person. And after the session was done, someone who works at the center walked in and said, oh my God, only you, meaning me, but I don't take credit for it, only you could take someone that was that disjointed and unsteady and give them enough light that they could turn into a whole different version of themselves. The version of themselves they were always meant to be. You see, Karen, you were always meant to be a better, different version of yourself. But you haven't been able to find your way. And every time you hope that you can find your way, well, something slaps you down. But you have a lot of things to unlearn, a lot to unlearn as to how people view you and who you've attracted in your circle and who really cares for you and who doesn't. And you have a lot of forgiving to do, not just of others, but of yourself. So your parents didn't know any better. I mean, we could sit there and roll up the stories and you could go, how could they not know? But each of us, all of us, are products of the conditions, of the experiences that we've lived. And we treat people in a great regard in the way that we were treated as children. And then we develop our own ways of manipulating and surviving in a world, and we have to deal with our own insecurities, and those insecurities begin to run our personalities, and next thing you know, we're not the best version of ourselves. And what I see coming for you, Karen, is I do see that you rise from this darkness, this dark hole that you've been in for a while. We'll call it the pit. And we're going to take you up out of the pit, and 6 months from now, we're going to be in a different mindset, a different presence. Will all of our problems be solved? Well, no. But we'll have a different look. We will have a different approach. Some things will begin to shift it. Ideally, we'll get to the root of the health and the concerns, and we'll take care of that. And people's lungs do get infected. We do have issues with pneumonia and imbalance in the breath and the breathing. So that's why we have medical science to assist us in healing that. So you have to trust this process and remind yourself you are coming out of the pit. No matter how dark it seems, I know what I see coming in the future. So I want you to trust that process, Karen. I know I don't have a direct answer yet specifically, but I trust I've given you something to mull over, something to play back on Facebook or YouTube so that you can begin to feel the power of the words that Spirit has given me. And thank you for your patience, because I had to just keep going with what Spirit was pushing me to share with you. And I hope you sit with it and take it all in.
I've seen all of this because I'm 982 days sober from alcohol and 2 years sober from smoking cigarettes. So I stopped this bad habits for me to be able to learn about myself again. And
Good.
It's been a lot of revelations that hurt. And a lot of incidents that keep reoccurring, and it's sometimes life does get tough.
It does. But look how far you've come. And not everybody can say that they have accomplished what you have accomplished. There are many people who just haven't said, I've had enough yet. But bravo to you for having said, I have enough. Bravo to you for having the courage for each day to make a choice, to choose to live your life differently than you had in the past, not knowing exactly what the future holds, but knowing that you no longer want to live the way you lived in the past. That takes courage, my dear. And that's something that's innately a part of you and no one can take from you. We thank you for your call. We look forward to talking to you again and you keeping us updated on your progress. I send the angels to surround you, Karen, so that you are protected and Archangel Raphael to bring you divine healing, and the doctors to find the answers that are simple and easy, so that you may be healed and whole and begin to find that joy that I know is possible for you. For now, I bid you farewell. Good night, Karen.
Amen. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. 866-972-7247. I sure do want to talk to you, and I want to connect with you on Facebook and YouTube, so leave your questions in the feed. We're going to take a moment to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to go back to our phone lines. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and that's me, Sarah Spiritual. We'll be right back.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free. 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Do you know me?
listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation at 866-972-7247. We've got something going on at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. If you want to know, take a pulse, understand where you are in the energy of the middle of the year, because that's where we are, everyone. Actually, we've crossed the middle of the year. We're heading towards the second half of the year and coming into our close before you know it. But we're taking a pulse. We're taking the mid-year pulse. We're taking a look and see where you are. What were your choices and your desires, your intentions, your goals when you began 2026? Doesn't it seem so long ago yet? Just the other day? Well, look at us all. We are just moving through the year. We are in July, and I was thinking to myself, good grief. Was it good grief, Charlie Brown? Coming into this weekend, we're basically approaching the middle of the month. I'm like, how are we in the middle of the month? I don't know, but we're getting there. I'm trying to wish time away, but haven't you noticed? I no sooner finished this show, next thing I know, it's like, it's Wednesday again, time to go, and I'm back right here. Maybe it'd be easier if I just showed up every day. This way, I wouldn't know the difference. But we are here, and at the Expedito Center, in person or live online, I'm offering a mid-year session. You can learn more about the session at sarahspiritual.com or call and make your appointment. That's when we take a pulse as to where you are and evaluate what spirit, the guides, the angels have to say to you and what's coming up next in these next few months and maybe what is going to need to be completed by the end of the year. It's kind of like your task list from the universe. So if you'd like to know where you are and how close you are to your goals and what spirit can do to assist you and maybe what you need to do to help yourself, go to sarahspiritual.com. And at sarahspiritual.com, you will find all the different sessions that I offer. So take a look and perhaps something else will resonate with you as well. And don't forget, we are gearing up for Mercury retrograde, right? We're in the middle of this whole wonderful twist and turn, and those Mercury retrograde stories, well, they're popping. You've got a Mercury retrograde story? Share it in the feed. I want to hear it. And if you're not following me on Instagram, I'm posting some great guidance from Spirit. So I'd love to see you on my Instagram page. Just look up Sarah Spiritual at Sarah Spiritual, and I will pop up, and we would love, that's Sarah with an H. We would love to have you join us on our Instagram page and love to have your comments. Well, we're going to go back to our phone lines at 866-972-7247. And I have Ivelisse in West Palm Beach. Ivelisse, how are you tonight?
Hi, Sarah. I'm good. And you?
I'm great. Good to connect with you again. Thank you so much for following the show. I know you've been listening for a while, right? Probably most of the years that I've been on the air, right? So we've been hanging out now for about 17 years, you and I, on this show, because I actually knew you before I even had the show. So thank you so much for remembering us and calling in, and been blessed to see you and your family grow and change. So we are so glad to have this connection. Ivelisse, what is your question for us here tonight?
It's a lot. It's like there's days that I feel like depressed, sad, and it doesn't go away, and it's just like I don't know why. I try to wake up and do things, and it's like it doesn't help. I don't know. It's so much.
It's a lot. And, you know, one of the things that I'm seeing here as you were talking, Spirit was kind of making me aware of purpose. It's as if you don't have the purpose that you'd like to have. Like, there's got to be more to life, and you're not really finding the purpose in life. Now, yes, you served purpose. Yeah. You have a wonderful partner. We have a beautiful family. But your purpose, even in your children's lives, is, well, different now, right? Because they have grown and advanced, and they have their own journey, their own lives. And now you're left going, well, who am I? How do I show up in the world? And what's the meaning of life for me? And, you know, what do I have to look forward to? Like, okay, great. We can keep the house clean, and we can be just so excited and happy throughout the day. But what else is there? There's got to be something more. And I feel like you haven't found the meaning of your life, your purpose, besides being, of course, a mother and a partner and a happy person, it is a powerful time for you to really tap in and tune into what makes you feel good when you're doing it. So I know you have many creative talents, and I know that we have done things in the cake decorating business, in the party business, in balloons and decorating. And so you found the enthusiasm and excitement, creativity in that, but where it left you empty and disappointed was in the energy of it didn't really take you where you thought it would. It didn't become the business that you hoped it would. And so you felt like you invested all this time and money and energy and ended up not really fulfilling that purpose that you sought to achieve. So the goal here is for you to find something that is uniquely yours, something that makes you feel happy. And my guides are talking to me about, interestingly enough, this year is a year of, I want to call it a year of career. So you'd be like, well, I don't really have a career. But this is the year you discover a career. This is also the year of money. So was there an idea, a thought, that we may take a course, a certification, something that we could study that would bring us some type of work that is part-time that you would enjoy? Have you given thought to that?
Yeah, I have. And, I'm looking for, like, the jobs, too, seeing if something, because, I'm working in the schools right now, so we out right now, but I'm looking around more different other things. Haven't found nothing yet, but, yeah, I'm searching. I would like to do, I have the nails course, and I would like to do the nails, but I still haven't got those people in, It's a little bit hard.
When you say people in, you haven't done enough practice clients. What are you referring to?
Like, I'm getting the clients in.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, it's a journey, right? I mean, business is built one person at a time, one reputation. Your reputation is, what you put out. And I find that, we have to do our best, and it does take time to build. And, everyone has their own path in building. Sometimes things come quick and easy. Other times it just takes a little time. But to find the thing that when you do it, you get that peaceful, easy feeling, right? It's just this sense of like, I could do this all day, right? Except for I think I might get a little vocally tired. I think I could talk to all of you all day, right? I could do that. Well, wait a minute. I kind of do that anyhow. But I mean, just not even have to worry about anything, right? I would do, if I didn't have anything else to do, I still would do this, right? If I didn't have to work at all, I still would do this, right? So you're still searching for that. And when our vibration is down and our vibration is low and we're not finding joy, similar to what I was sharing with Karen, right? A different story, but that word joy comes up even when I speak to you. What makes you joyful? Oh, joyful to see your children accomplish great things. Joyful to, go on a vacation and do things with your family. And, and even in the case of family, there's a disjointed feeling in the family. Even the family doesn't feel the same, right? Because things have changed. So now it's so important.
A lot of stuff has changed.
A lot has changed. And we're not as close and as tight as we once were.
No.
But you still have your family. You still have your
course.
husband.
I'm blessed.
You have your children. And we are all healthy and able to work and grow.
Yes, correct.
So we are going to find joy and happiness in the gratitude of all of that. And you're going to ask every day to the universe, to your angels, show me something, a way that I can attract a new experience that can take me on the best path for my soul. Because again, you keep trying to survive in the world. I could do this, I could do this. But what's the best path of your soul? And you could say, but Sarah, spiritual, why can't you just tell me? Well, that's fine. But it's a journey for you to discover, because the joy is really found in the discovery. Because when you get there, you're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, this is it. Right? And it could be the most crazy idea you've ever had. Like, Lord knows I've had a lot of crazy ideas. Opening a center was a crazy idea for me. Right? And look, you've been there from the beginning. It was a crazy idea, but
Yeah.
look at everyone and look how we were all able to gather for those events and share things together. Right? And that's what let us all know it was right. It was right for me to be there. It was right for you all to participate. And so you've got to find that feeling of it feels right. And it feels joyful.
All right.
And I think the nails are a great idea for you because I think it'll excel your creativity. It'll engage you in connecting with people. There's communication. You're not isolated. So as we build clients, we will continue to grow. And slowly but slowly, then you can morph. You know, the school system is a great place to be, but it's the same old day after day. We know, with a few twists and turns. But there's more for you. But again, we're grateful for that consistent opportunity.
Yeah.
And I do
Do
feel.
you see anything with my closest family that has passed away?
We're actually getting ready to go to commercial, so I can't answer that question. I know there's an uncle connected to you. I know there's an uncle that you were close to. I see him around you. It makes me feel like he passed early. But what I was about to say to you before you asked me that question was, be patient with yourself and trust that the universe has the answers for you. And celebrate what you have accomplished. And know that this is a powerful time for you to define your career. So the fact that you feel like I need to do something for my career is the exact perfect feeling to have. It also is the time I really feel that you need to do something to clear your energy. I feel like you've picked up a lot of energy. I don't feel like you've been taking care of your spirit enough. So go back to some basics. Clear the house out. You know what to do. I've taught you all, right? Do that. If not, pop in and see me. I'll get you something, and let's just freshen things up so that you can be a little more clear, all right? So just connect with us, and then I'll make something for you, all right?
All right.
In the meantime, get that sage and clear that energy. I've got to run for now, Ivelisse. Thank you so much. My love to you and your family.
You're welcome.
And
Thank you.
yes, I know your uncle's with you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye-bye.
We'll be right back. Stay with us. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
Shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
WDJA AM Delray Beach and in Martin County on 1450 WSTU Stewart. Broadcasting from the H2 Ocean Studios. Your natural sea mineral-based healing product since 2001. Burns, cuts, dry eyes, oral care, hair care, reef-safe sun care, and even pet care. H2 Ocean has you covered. Online at h2ocean.com. That's h2ocean.com. We are South Florida's home for the true oldies channel.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome back to the next hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussion to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all experience and knowledge. We have another hour to listen and call in 866-9-SARAHs. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and you can share the love and light.
That
Yes, indeed. There's a light right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation. And we are welcoming your phone calls at 866-972-7247. I am so glad to have the opportunity to connect with all of you all across this nation. We're especially glad to have you on the True Oldies and visiting with my friends in Miami, all the way up the coast. We are just hanging out. We're talking to Spirit. We're getting some divine guidance. We are divinely tuning in and tapping in and expressing everything that we need to express and learning to follow our intuition. If we all could just pause and take a moment, really listen to the silence, oh, we would get so far. So many things would be revealed to us instead of us thinking and asking questions within our head and then asking our friends. Our friends will give us their opinion. But their opinions are based on their life, their experiences, what they've come to know, what they've heard, what they've seen. But no two souls are the same. So just because a storyline turns out one way for someone does not mean that is how it should be for you. So we have to be even careful with that, asking for someone's opinion. If someone's an expert in how to do something, then of course, how do you do that? If you've got a life choice, if you're wondering, well, what do you think? Do you think this guy's really into me? Do you think he really likes me? Or do you think he's playing games? Well, how do you feel? What do you feel? There are people who aren't playing games, but other people interpret it that way. Maybe they're being a little guarded. Maybe they're protecting themselves. Maybe they have been hurt just like you. If you asked a friend, they would say, oh, sounds like they're playing games. But maybe that person's just being cautious. See, people are going to tell you what they think. But the universe, your guides, your angels, divine guidance has all the answers. I was fortunate enough to speak with someone a little further up the coast, all the way, well, a lot further actually, all the way up in Rhode Island. And I had a great conversation, and we were exploring this relationship she was in. And they speak two different love languages. They come from two different places and how they approach things. So there's some work to be done. It doesn't mean they can't get there. But maybe if they were to ask a friend would say, hey, but you've invested 2 years and you're not where you want to be in the relationship. Time to move on. But every soul has a contract, and many of us are in connection with people for a soul contract reason. We have to let it explore and play out. We have to be there. We have to go that way. So trust your gut. Trust your intuition. And when you have a question, then, of course, visit Sarah Spiritual. Come to my center. Come look me up online. Catch me on Instagram. Catch me on Facebook. Or call into the show at 866-972-7247. We're going to go to Facebook and YouTube in just a few minutes, so if you haven't lined up your questions, put them in. But for this minute, I've got to pop on over to West Palm Beach. I have Heather on the line. Heather, good to connect with you. How are you today?
Hi, Sarah. I'm okay. How are you?
Good. You are on a journey, my darling, yes? We are looking to accomplish and move ourselves into the position of interviews and work. Is that correct?
Yes.
What is the question? How can I help you?
So I was kind of wanting to know more about like family stuff. I mean, stuff with my dad has been rocky really the last year during my parents' divorce and all of that. And he just left our group chat today without any explanation. And, you know, I feel like I'm very emotionally intuitive and empathetic, and I have all those qualities, but I don't like that it gets to me. You know, I don't like feeling hurt by people, and so I think with him kind of put up this, like, shield.
Yes.
So I don't get to protect myself and not to get hurt by him. So I guess I'm just trying to understand how to make sense of it or what's going on in his mind
Okay,
And
great question.
yeah,
Great questioning. So when you first started talking, the first person I wrote down is mom. So mom's going through a difficult time, very painful for her.
mhm,
She feels disappointed, disillusioned, betrayed. She's feeling all sorts of things, right? And your dad's trying to shield
yeah,
himself because that requires accountability, right? So we're in a group chat, but he's realizing that he can't show up the way he's supposed to show up, so he just shuts down. It's not personal. He doesn't want to own his
mhm,
part in the storyline, your dad, because your dad knows that this is the word I'm hearing, he failed to meet the criteria and expectations of being a family man and a husband. Is that correct?
yes,
Okay. So how's he going to feel? Right? He's got to push it away and act
mhm,
like, oh no, I'm not the bad guy. I'm going to let you all figure it out, right? And sometimes you see moments with him of like, he wants to be that good guy, that guy that was good to you and kind to you. But he's really not that person anymore. Does it mean he doesn't love you? No. It just means that he took what was a good experience for himself, and for whatever reason, he focused on his dissatisfaction, which has nothing to do with you. He focused with his dissatisfaction in the relationship with your mother and the scene of family and the obligations and the commitment. And he found dissatisfaction in something, chose to put his emphasis on that, focused on that, and then took his attention elsewhere to distract himself so
mhm,
that he would not be feeling dissatisfied. But you see, the thing is that he has not resolved the core components, is the word I want to say, core components within him that made him sabotage a good thing. He's always been an interesting person, not always predictable, your dad, correct?
yes,
Yeah. So in some ways, we're surprised, but not surprised. In some ways, your
mhm,
mom's upset and disappointed, but when she looks back, some of the writing was on the wall. We were just trying to keep it moving, move it along. And so here she is. And so now you, as this emotionally intelligent being who's very sentient, and you feel people's energy, you're feeling your mom's energy, you're feeling your dad's energy, and your dad's energy's continually changing, right? Because he's morphing like the chameleon. And
mhm,
he's trying to blend in and, try to play the good guy and then be like, oh no, let me push everybody away. I can't be accountable. He's going through these different scenes and you're feeling it and you're kind of raising your radar detector going, well, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't feel good. You have to seal
right,
yourself off. You need to shield yourself. You are an empath, right? There's a book
mhm,
called Surviving as an Empath. It's a very important book for you.
okay,
Because as an empath, you need to know
yeah,
how to seal yourself off and to remove yourself from a storyline and not be so engaged.
right. And I feel like I've been trying to, I wouldn't say disassociate, but just kind of keep focus of like my future and my career. And then I just feel like my sister talks to him more, and then I'm always somehow looped back into things when I don't ask to be
Yes.
involved all that much. And I think part of me just feels trapped, and I just wake up sometimes and I feel like my nervous system is just on like autopilot or
Yeah.
waiting for like something else to fall apart, and it's just pretty exhausting.
It is exhausting. And you have to hear me. Even though you're an adult, in this storyline, you're the child. None of this is your responsibility. I know you want to be there for your mother.
Mhm.
I know you want to maintain, sustain some relationship with your father, come to understand something as to how we ended up here, just so you can wrap your head around it. But they've made their choices and they have their storyline to develop, and you are not the keeper of them. You're at this pivotal, beautiful place in your life where you are beginning your journey, your career, what is meant for you. It's not your time to care for parents right now. And I know that could seem harsh or make you feel guilty. But you have to focus on you and finding the happiness and the joy. Here we go again with that word today. Joy, they say to me, that joy in what you have to look forward to. Doesn't mean we can't be empathetic to mom and make sure she's okay. She got the rug pulled out from under her. Doesn't mean we can't, have a word or two with our dad. And even if it's not even the nicest word, just express yourself. Like, listen, Dad, your actions right now are not cool. You're my dad, I respect you, but right now you're not being cool. I don't want to talk to you right now. You've got to release. You've got to speak your truth. But we're not here to judge them. Even though we could look at it and go, well, this is a mess. We're not here to judge them. You're here to visualize your future. And this is your powerful year of your career and tuning into your soul purpose and making that happen for you. And we can't get disenchanted and disappointment.
It's funny you mention that because I have an interview on Friday.
Yes, I know, but we can't get disappointed that we haven't had interviews the way we want. We have to be enthusiastic for what is coming. The interview, I see interview around you. So that's where your brain needs to be. Maybe you need to take a page from the book of the girl who was telling me, this is how I prep for my radio show and do some jumping jacks. Do something, honey. Get yourself revved up. It's your turn now. You're building your future. You're not abandoning everyone by taking care of yourself right now. They will all be fine. It's your turn. And I do feel work is coming for you. I do feel that there's an opportunity that will come to you in a short time. And I feel strongly that we're coming to that moment. And that this interview is step one in a few interviews that are going to follow, ideally with the same company, so we can progress and get that under our belt. So we're going to focus on that. Is there something going on in the house? Is there movement? Is somebody moving stuff? Or is somebody moving? What's going on?
Yeah, so my mom and I, we've officially moved here, and we have boxes and furniture being moved. We also have, a little safety camera in the house that keeps speaking even though no one's walking by, which I always notice, and my mom notices that too.
Right. So you just moved. Did I understand you correctly?
Officially, yes. I've been here for a while now, but officially, yes.
Okay. So I see the movement. I see the change. This is where we need to be. Energy is being picked up in the camera, so sage the house, clear the house, pray in the house. Shuttle any energy to move, right? There could be some residual energy that needs to be cleared. It happens all the time. Right? If we roll around in dirt enough, there's going to be residual dirt on our clothes. Well, energy's energy. You go out into the world and energy clings to you. You come back in, the energy releases in your house. Go back out, pick up some more energy, bring it back in, it releases in your house. People go, why would I have to smoke out my house or cleanse my house spiritually? Because everything's spiritual. We are spiritual beings. There's energy everywhere. Sit in a chair right after someone gets up and the residue of their energy is there. Never going to sit in a chair the same way again. And so when you sit there, guess what? You're sitting in someone else's energy. And depending on the energy, some of it may attach to you.
Yeah.
So this is why we clear the energy. So we're going to clear the energy. You're going to get the book, Surviving as an Empath. I think we might have it at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. And you're in West Palm, just pop on over, Heather.
I will.
And let's get you connected with that. And the stone I see for you that will help calm some anxiety and emotions, besides black onyx to kind of keep you protected, I see blue howlite. Blue howlite. It's a beautiful blue stone. We do have it at the center. It's going to help manage your emotions because you're a little bit all over the place, and understandably so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my dear, we trust we've been of service to you today.
Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Take care.
You too. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
866-972-7247. Let's see what we've got going on for our friends in Facebook and YouTube. I'd love to pull a question before we go back to our phone lines. And let's see who we have here. Samantha Valencia. She says, so she's feeling a shift. And she's saying, can I see her digging in? And what's next? Feeling grateful even with the obstacles. So, Samantha Valencia, let me tell you this, that this year is really about you really finding your place with the right people and connecting into the people who are in your community, in your tribe, and networking so that you could advance yourself. And I feel that there's abundance that's meant to come to you. And then the closer we get to your birthday, the sooner I feel the energy is present to bring you additional money. So if you're looking to get another job, make a change, this is there for you, and you will find opportunities coming. Now, obstacles, well, they're just stepping stones to greatness. So step on the obstacle, raise yourself above, look for October to bring a sense of calm, a sense of peace, and ideally a better financial blueprint for you. That should be most rewarding. Samantha Valencia, it is time to make the shift. So feel the shift and get yourself out of the circle of the people that surround you and begin to experience new people, new community, and explore that. And that will give you a great fresh start. Thank you, Samantha Valencia, for your Facebook question. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then when we come back, we're going to go back to our phone lines. I've got to go to Pembroke Pines. I've got to go to Connecticut. I've got to go all across the country. Did you want to pick up the phone and call us right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah? Then pick up the phone, 866-972-7247. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
In the room before I walk through the door, do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation at 866-972-7247. I'm so glad to be connecting with all of you. And we're going to go back to our phone lines. We've got to go to Pembroke Pines. And in Pembroke Pines, we have Denise on the line. Denise, how are you tonight? Are you there, Denise?
Hear me?
I hear you now, Denise. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So
Can you hear me still?
I hear, of course, I hear you. And
okay.
I hear the
okay,
energy around you. Questions, right? You are trying to figure some things out. Is that correct?
Yes.
Which way to go? What do we do next? Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Little up and down in the business. Is that correct, please?
Actually, business is doing good. We're doing a lot of new things, and things are looking good.
Okay, so they're showing me up and down here. So are we up and down in our emotions? Where are we feeling out of sorts here? Okay, because they're making me draw this like this little up and down here, so a little mountain and hill here. So where's the uncertainty? Where's the unsettled feeling? How can I best assist you?
Well, I want to know where this relationship is going. I know you said in the past it doesn't look like it's going to go the way I want it to, and it just seems like everything is going downhill.
Mm-hmm. Well, up and down. There we go. Can I have that person's birthday, please?
Yes, 5/21/53.
Yeah. Well, this person is someone who is naturally inconsistent. I see inconsistency. I feel like they can be they have a good public self, but behind the scenes it's a slightly different personality. I see them moody. Yes, you find them a little more moody and inconsistent. Yes.
Yes.
And the word I'm hearing is self-centered.
Oh, yes.
And I'm also hearing here that he's not looking to invest time and energy into a relationship the way you would like a relationship to be tended to. Is that correct?
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
You know, I feel he's had partners before, but I just feel that he didn't have the same long-term connection and commitment that required work and consistency that you had. Is his track record of a relationship a little more spotty? Is that correct, please?
Very, very spotty. Very
Okay.
spotty. I don't think he knows a good thing when he sees it.
Okay, so then you have your answer. All right? Where is it going? Know where you want to be.
Right.
So you need someone to go to dinner with you? You know lots of people. We don't need him to go to dinner. And I feel like he's looking for you to do more for him than he does for you. So what are we doing?
Oh, exactly. Exactly. Wasting my time.
Okay. So you have your answer.
That's the way I feel.
And you're feeling correct. And this is exactly where you are. And selfish, self-centered, inconsistent.
Narcissistic.
Okay, well, I'm not a doctor, can't diagnose, so I can't use that word officially, but I will just tell you this. Based on the relationship that you had in the past, the good, the bad, and the not so great, but we were there, right? And we had a lifetime together. So you learned how to navigate things. And no matter what, you both showed up for each other. And whatever hardships you came upon, you did them together. So Denise?
Exactly.
Right now, this is not a person you can build a life with. So to keep him around is to block the pathway for somebody else to come. So let it go.
I know, that's what I keep hearing.
All right.
Do you see anybody? Well, I can't even say, do I see anybody going forward because he's blocking the pathway to anybody else coming through?
Well, yes and no. What's meant for you is going to come to you, okay? You can meet your next partner in the grocery store, but why would you want someone who's going to block the flow of energy in all areas of your life? Okay?
Yeah.
So it's Mercury retrograde.
Okay.
There's a plus to this. It's the perfect time to break up with someone. I heard a song, breaking up is hard to do. Not in this case, honey. Let's just go.
No, this one's going to be easy.
All right, we're done.
Getting there is going to be a little hard, but it has to be done.
Where do we see the obstacle, Denise?
I'm the obstacle right now because I don't know how to make this end.
Okay.
And it's difficult because he lives in my house, and I think that's the hardest thing to do. But it's going to have to be done because there's nothing moving forward.
All right. So let me script it for you, shall I? Let's go. You ready? Dear Sarah Spiritual, there's someone in my house. What shall I say to let him know he is not an energetic fit in my home? Great question, Denise. Let's take a look. you would say, so-and-so, we've had this amount of time together, and we've had some great times, but I really feel that we're not a good fit for each other. And energetically, emotionally, spiritually, and any other way you want to say. And look at him and say, I know that you've gotten settled here, but I don't feel that we belong together, and I need you to make arrangements to find another place to live, because we're not a match, and I do not wish to continue with this relationship. And I'm sure you have your disappointments in this, and I'm not looking to point fingers and say what you did wrong, or look and see what I did wrong. We're not a fit.
Right.
So I appreciate if you were out of the house by and give him a time.
Okay.
Just like
All
that.
right.
We don't want to say what he did wrong and why it's not working. Who cares? It's not working. Done.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
And
okay, thank you.
let him just, take time. And I mean, I'm going to guess, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm going to guess he gets mail to you at your house.
Yes.
Okay. So hopefully he leaves on his own accord based on your invitation to leave. If he does not, then we just go to the courthouse. We file an eviction. And then he has to go within a certain amount of time. It can go either way. Not that you'll threaten that, but that's your backup plan. So there's no reason to feel intimidated. It's your house. He's established that he lives there by getting mail there. So, he's there. And we need to give him a moment to land on his feet. But I feel like he's been, the word I hear is mooching off of you. So we're not in the mood for that.
Oh, God. Exactly. I've heard that one before, too.
Okay. Well, this is from Spirit. So I'm glad you polled your friends. But now it's time to stop doing the same thing and expect a different result and make a change. And Mercury retrograde is the perfect time to have the conversation. So this weekend, when there's that opportunity, we're going to have a conversation and you're just going to point that it's not a fit. And that's it. We're not blaming anyone. We're just moving forward. All right, my darling. Thank you so much. We're sorry you're in this tough predicament, but this too shall pass.
I know.
And just in case you're interested, I do see someone else. So let's clear the deck.
Okay. That sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye for now.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, Sarah. Thank you.
Bye. You're welcome. 866-972-7247. We're popping open a couple of more phone lines. I'd love to hear from you. In this moment, from Pembroke Pines, I need to travel north. How far north am I going? I'm going to Connecticut. I've got to talk to Gwen. Gwen is in Connecticut, and I am sure Gwen's got quite the goings-on in Connecticut. Gwen, how are you tonight?
I'm free, Sarah.
Yay, we are free. Everything's signed, sealed, and delivered. It's closed up, yes?
Yes.
Perfect.
And I won.
I know. And didn't we think you'd win? Yes, we did. And I feel like you won around the time we thought you would win as well. Is that also true? Because I think we talked not too long ago. Time's an illusion, so I never know one day from the next. But I think you're right on track with what...
It was settled 2 days before my birthday.
Isn't that great? You couldn't ask for a better Gemini birthday than to get a divorce.
No.
Separate.
That's right.
Signed, sealed, delivered. Win all the land, all the property, everything that's yours is yours.
Yes.
Right? We got to protect the family legacy.
Yes.
And so now the beautiful thing here is that this year brings about the energy of aligning more with your finances, getting yourself in better shape. And I see that winning also meant that you receive things of value. Yes, it's financial wellness that we receive from this closing out of him not taking your property. Yes?
Yes, in some ways, but he got most of the money.
Okay.
But I got my family legacy, and that's what meant the most to me.
Right, because we can always make money. Money can always come. I know people think I'm crazy when I'm like, oh, more money can come. They think I'm nuts, but it's
Right.
true, right? Money can come.
Right.
But you had to protect what was yours,
Right.
and he was trying to literally steal that from you.
Right.
Him and
he
his
didn't get
little
it.
person that he's with, little witch that she was. But
Yes.
it's,
Yes.
very complicated storyline. I mean, it was like something
Right.
out of the movies, Gwen.
It
And
was.
so they
It was. It was
stalked you. They tried to
crazy.
run you away. They did everything to make you feel like you couldn't stay in what was yours.
That's right. And so
Your
my
mother's.
question to you is,
Go ahead. But I just want to share with you this because I'm hearing this from Spirit. Your mom's with you. Your mom's energy's with you.
okay,
Hmm.
the time frame of owning my own home here in Connecticut.
Hmm. Now, is there a property in another state? Do we have something in Maine?
Yeah.
What are we doing with that property?
Well, the lady who bought the house has made an offer on it.
So somebody made an offer on the house in Maine.
On the property.
On the
It's not really a house.
Okay.
It's property.
Okay.
It's acreage.
So that must be the financial money I see coming to you. Are you going to
Okay.
take the offer?
I'm contemplating it. She needs to make it go up more.
Do your best to be reasonable with up more. Okay?
Okay.
Weigh the pros and cons. To answer your question about the house in Connecticut, to answer your question, then what I see is summer coming into the month of October. I feel like we can have a property that we've picked, that was under contract. That's where I feel like the energy's moving for you.
Okay.
I've got to tell you, this is one step away from short of a miracle that all this went down. But of course, Spirit warned us of what was going on behind the scenes, and Spirit told you were going to win. So here we are. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Couldn't think of a better birthday present for you. And now you get to begin your life and move yourself in the direction of what do you want in your life. And, oh well, next year, I hope you're open for a real true partner because I do see someone else coming for you. So that will be in the
Really?
future. But I see someone who's a little bit more of a soulmate, a little more of a kindred spirit, a connection that's someone that you can be yourself with. You don't have to question agendas. Someone who's real down to earth. So this is what I see coming for you. So I want you to just be open to that. It's not happening yet. The next 6 months are about movement and change and getting your house and handling financial matters, such as your property in Maine, and moving forward. All right, Gwen?
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Congratulations. Thank you for your call.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
866-972-7247. We want to hear from you. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, let's go to our phone lines. Join us in conversation. Join us on Facebook. We do have a couple of lines open before we close the show. I'd love to talk to you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Spiritual, and you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation. We welcome your phone calls at 866-972-7247. I'm so glad to connect with all of you and really see what Spirit has in store for all of you. Now, I am really in this great energy of connecting to people who are ready to take the next step. And if you're ready to take the next step in your energy and in your movement in your life, I love to help people get to the next level in their life. And that's something I love doing, in the energy of where you're at and take you to what you're meant to do. So the best part of this right now is for all of us to really dig down deep and listen to that divine guidance and really try to feel the feeling of what we would love our life to be. And then if you don't know how to get there, and Spirit and I are really good at helping you create the connection that you need with your spirit and your guidance and lining up in the physical world what can come for you if we just direct your energy in the proper way. We're going to go back to our phone lines at 866-972-7247. And when we do, we are going to go to Chicago. I got to go to Chicago. I've got Yvonne on the line. Yvonne, how are you?
I'm good, Sarah. How are you? Kind of stuck, but I'm good. Mm-hmm.
Well, let's start with step one. We are alive, awake, enthusiastic, and we are breathing, right? Even if we're stuck in the mud, we are still breathing. And we are learning to shift and change things for ourselves. And you've had a lot thrown at you, and you've been able to navigate. You kind of went with the change, right? So hasn't always been easy, but you have shown up and done the best you can. And this year, I feel like you're going to really find an expansion of connection in your spirit. I feel like you're going to feel the Holy Spirit more than ever, and that you're going to feel this flow around you, right? And it is your awareness of the divine around you and your loved ones on the other side. And if you've been feeling them, I don't know who, Yvonne, is connected to the month of July, either in their birthday or their passing. There's someone connected to right here in the middle of the summer is how they make me feel. Whose birthday or passing was in July, please, Yvonne?
I have a niece that's birthday is July.
Okay.
She passed a year ago.
Okay. Because I have someone who's making me feel like her birthday or her passing is in the month of July. This is a person I see connecting to me. This is the feeling that they make me aware of here. And she passed and she was on the younger side. Yes, she passed at a younger age. Is this correct?
Yes, younger than me, yes.
And
Matter
it
of
seems
fact, Sarah, her birthday is July 9th. It's tomorrow. Wow.
it's tomorrow. Wow. Okay. Ooh, I just got a chill. All right. Got those goosebumps there, those God bumps. Yeah, so I feel her energy.
Yes.
When I first started to talk to you, I'm like, oh, and I just kept seeing July. I'm like, all right, well, I'm so glad I get to see things. But so she is with you. And actually she came through when I was talking to you about the Holy Spirit and the energy of your loved ones around and how you're going to feel them and recognize them and feel that connectivity to them, Yvonne. So just know that you are very well guided and protected. You have many who have crossed over before their time that are there, and they're here to support you. It has definitely been a lifetime that you have seen those who should have outlived you cross over to the other side, but do know that they are still connected to you in the energy. Yvonne, what is your question for me?
My question is my finances. Right now, I'm just stuck. I did get a job for 2 days. It's part-time, and I really like it. But prior to that, I hadn't worked in a couple of years, and I'm having trouble with my car and my finances. I need,
Yeah.
I need to stir them up. I need to know, you know, I know I'm going to make it, Sarah, but right now, I just need to.
Yes. And do you still have items from your shop that you can sell? Do you have some things you can sell online?
Not really, because I don't have a lot of, I just have the basics.
Well, you know, this is a time where people, they need things, right? So there are places, I don't know, there's one, and you know, one of your family members can help you with this, but I heard of an online company called Vintage, Vintage. Of course, there's also Poshmark, where we have clothes and things that we can sell, and you just put them online and somebody buys them, and then you just pack them up and you send it to them. And so that's something that you can do to, you remember we're stuck, right? So we want to stir things up. And you have things in your home that have value that you could sell, things you don't use, things you don't wear, right? Things that have never been worn that were part of your collection that when you used to have your spot, your house, your store, your whatever we had. Yes, right? So however you were doing business before, we still have some things around, right? So what can we do to move that around? And you need to pray. You need to pray that you are abundant beyond measure and abundance finds you and you are always provided for in unexpected ways. Money comes to you with ease and grace, right? You need to ask the universe. I believe in this. You know, you close your eyes and you pray. And you ask the universe to maybe give you a number in a dream. And then you go play. And you make sure you play for a little while till it comes. But you ask them to give it to you. Right? To open up unexpected means of abundance. Because this is how we move ourselves forward. This is how we transform ourselves financially. Money comes to me with ease and grace. I'm always in the divine universal flow of abundance. And this year for you is a year, spiritually speaking, that is meant to be a year that you handle and accomplish movement in finances. So I'm not surprised you're feeling a little stuck, but I also know that before your next birthday, we are definitely going to be moving in a more positive direction. And we did just start going to work, so that's going to help a bit and build some momentum. But I'm serious. Google online, ask
Okay.
ChatGPT, what is a platform that I can sell clothing and whatever else online, and have somebody, help you if you need help setting up a little account online. Take a picture, pop it up, and let's go.
Okay.
And something else will come for you. Maybe you'll get an
Okay.
extra day at work. Something else will come.
Okay.
And Yvonne, I just heard this.
Thank you.
And you have always been so kind and helped so many people. Please do not be too proud to ask for assistance. Remember all the people you have helped. All the people in
Okay.
their grieving and their loss that you have taken care of.
Thank you.
All right. We appreciate you, Yvonne.
Right.
Thank you for listening to the show. We wish you a very good evening, and we look forward to speaking with you again.
Thank you, and thank you for having the show and keeping us spiritually motivated. Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. Bye for now.
Okay. Oh, bye.
Well, another night has come to a close. We appreciate your listening here to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. If you'd love to have a personal session with me, Sarah Spiritual, go to my website. Check out my sessions. Pop by my center, the Expedito Enlightenment Center. Come visit me this weekend. See the beautiful products and items that we have to support your spiritual journey. I'd love to meet you personally. Thank you so much for listening here tonight, and we appreciate your sharing time and space with us. Good night. God bless you. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
There's a light that shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light. There's a light that opens doors for everyone.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate through life. Listen and call in next week and let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in every Wednesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. with more